Down there were lot of flowers. Down there were lot of female and youthful, human beings causes how the pair wish to shove. Above the entire item one issue lingered. Fair which are these king tours to? Behind in the 50s, while the Tsarina and the Grand Duke of Edinburgh toured the area following the crowning, they passing by boat train through Australia. It was an grueling travel. They toured the big cities and stopped in or gone via little towns through the extensive nation. And he's mind how 3 room of the people saw them in the body. Behind later, up televisions were common, a king round intended how the human beings could see their independent, for the at first period, for the dark and whites pictures in newspapers and periodicals. For the Tsarina's 1957 travel to Paris, such a was the stampede of human beings' tension to get shut, the newspapers informed how the crowds were managed behind by soldiers in painted drawn swords. Down there was a breath of how out of the drawn swords in Fiji and Tonga. Not lot celebrities go to Fiji or Tonga, beautiful although both of countries are. So a king round is a big transactions. And alike in Australia and New Zealand, both of rather a length way of everywhere else, he's rather an occasion to include human beings the renowned trip and do things in social. We don't he include how lot celebrities behind household, an Australian boyfriend said me in London up the travel. There will be a big transactions. And so it was. At Australia's Bondi, Bathing Beach the crowds were house of 6 in the night. External Wellington's domestic war monument garden, a interesting location for a walking, thousands stood in cool wines to capture a glimmer of, or seize a few speech in, the pair. But while you say to the human beings in the crowds on rather why they include waited for several hours up versus a collapse obstacle, customer loyalty to or concern in the corona is seldom aforementioned. Curious. Celeb spotting. My mom utilized to go. Such various of comments were cute overall. So is legacy and Hollywood which the building of Windsor has be? No, since down there was more than to the travel rather than the walkabouts how so noticeably excite Harry and how Meghan is so nice at. Down there were innumerable less, frequently unreported events, charities championed, a hairspray of king shine useful length year of unremarked facility to other. Down there was Harry's desire for frankness on psychological public health problems, if it was to war veterans, or Australia farmers fighting in dry spell. It is not a especially trendy reason. But he nags off at it, and makes certainly it is allocated at halt following halt. And down there were Meghan's preliminary stares in the scene of female's mandate. She didn't say lot on the round. Frequently she seemed love a return to else epoch, the respectful woman walk over the king man. And capacity reefs founded too much. If Harry is enthused by the crowds at walkabouts, he is frequently apparently miserable at kit piece ceremonials, and has yet to discover a way to face mask it. It is remarkable to see him scowl his way via events how human beings include filled period and thoroughness in. And more than rather than one day Meghan on herself and in Harry by her party, swept her way via occasions how claimed fair a bit more than of her period. Human beings passing a length way and waited a length period in Fiji and Tonga to see her, and them. At a pair of events, lot were frustrated. And down there is Harry's unconcealed hostility of the print. He frequently gives the experience how he would quite conduct out around love the one fair gone in no click or broadcasters this at all. But love political community in the pay of the social, contemporary royal power while out on the job is intended to be outdoor and reports. And how tool available too much. Since house which these tours are, the work. And it is a job how the royalty do unusually so, gentle power public diplomacy, the projecting of UK civilization and legacy how yields payback time in goodwill, travel and the promote of UK values. Down there is no replace. No one main ministers nor pop stars nor footballers, could drag along the crowds and causes how Harry and Meghan did in the length 4 persons nation round. It was, few will diverge, a job so made. End of Instagram position by Kensington Royal.